Yes. Okay, so, what did I say when I started the stream today? What did I say yesterday, by the way, too? Like, the game is very fun to play, but I feel like it's lacking challenge. And now when we got to this area, I got about exactly what I wanted. I think my gear as of right now-ish is about caught up with the difficulty of the game-ish. Like the intended difficulty. Like, now that I have like this amount of health and the amount of damage I do and all that, now we finally found an area after a while where the enemies are actually like formidable again. So, yeah, that was a lot more exciting to play then. Like, challenge-wise, I mean. Also, the two bosses I fought here, I did not give many shits about the Stalker boss the first time I met him. But now when I fought him again, like that boss actually has some interesting moves. It is a pretty fun boss to fight. But I would say easily like top 3, like without a contest. The Behemoth fight, which is completely optional because it's a side quest fight. Like that fight against that stronger enemy that has the hand as the face or whatever, like the Black Panther enemy. I really enjoyed that boss. Like, there was nothing crazy about it, but it's just the flow of movement from that boss as well as the mix of the range attacks as well. And it's also an enemy that is very easy to see what the moves of the boss are as well. It was really nice to fight actually. But I think if we are going by fights, then my favorite fight would still have to be Taki, honestly. Like, she was too passive, sure, but the coolness of that fight and the music so far cannot be surpassed by anything else. I just wish that she was harder, that's all. Like the same thing I said yesterday. And today when I started. Like, you know, if like New Game Plus on this game or whatever the heck. Or just brand new like New Game Cycle, just give me like a hard mode or very hard mode or something and pop that on, maybe. Though I think enemies in this game generally are a little too passive. That's the thing. Unless there's a big group of enemies and few of them are like those minion Naitibas. Those enemies do not really... Like, they just get close to you and they just hit you outright. They don't just sit there and just think what the fuck is going on. They just go there and they just surround you and just fuck you up. Just like that. But the bigger enemies in this game, they often have always some kind of mind game. They don't just like come at you and just hit you. They always give you a lot of breathing room, you know? The minions don't though, it seems. But yes, story-wise, I feel like this game is very... Like, this game is still very heavily hiding its cards, so to speak. Like, the only big revelations that we have found is that Taki was alive and the Alpha Naitibas are smart enough to use the Eve Protocol members or the Angels as bait, possibly. Or to recruit their bodies as, like, or for, like Naitibas use. Because they are able to, like, remote control them or something. Because I did notice when I made the highlight, obviously, as well as in the cutscenes when fighting Taki yesterday. Is whenever she put that... a pot or like spacesuit mask on her head or the helmet, there was a Naitiba skull inside the helmet, so she was clearly being controlled, like subjugated as in the boss fight, you're told and shown. So the fact that they have enough intelligence to do that, and yet the game has been so subtle about the nature of the Naitiba so far in the main story particularly, but also in the side quests and even in the readable content, there is not a whole lot said about their like nature exactly. There was that one document talking about that the Naitibas, they don't fear anything and they also feast on each other apparently like humans do, kind of. So So there's a little too much mystery with those. And then, when it comes to like how the story itself is progressing, well, after we met Taki and we were surprised that she was alive, I was not surprised, but they were. Then the Raven from the 2nd Airborne Squad earlier before Lily and Eve comes up and throws the bombshell of the Mother Sphere not actually being a god figure or a salvation figure for the humans, but rather an innovated artificial intelligence created by humans that is mainly working towards its own goals and purposes, I suppose. So their entire mission is basically just built upon a lie, so that they have like stronger motivation, kind of, to continue to see till the end of it, I suppose. That's kind of the same as in Nier Automata, when the Yorha androids have this significantly stronger motive when they believe that they are helping the humans on the moon when they actually aren't, when there's actually no longer humans living whatsoever, right? So that's kind of the same idea here, a little bit. But yeah, like halfway through the main game story or something, according to like PS5 like achievements of the main story, like I'm very surprised how like close to its chest this game is keeping its like you know, shit flies in the fan cards kind of, you know. Like there has not been like that massive twists. It's very slowly just kind of building up some tension, you know. And that is a little weird to me. Like it's gonna erupt like at some point, but I'm just waiting for it to happen. And that's the point where I'm excited to see what happens. But yeah, signing off.